Okay, so today we're on 15C. We're talking about increasing and decreasing. And we're going to break it into two skills. The first skill is just going to be looking at a graph and identifying when it's increasing and decreasing. So this should be reasonably straightforward. The second skill, we're going to use calculus techniques to discover it. So more on that later. For now, let's just talk about what does it mean to say increasing and decreasing. Increasing means as you're walking along, and we always walk from left to right, okay? Just like how you would write a sentence, you always write from left to right. So in maths, we're always walking from left to right. And if we're walking along the curve, all right, you can see we would be decreasing. We would be walking downhill. All right, so if you're walking downhill, you're decreasing, and if you're walking uphill, you're increasing. All right, so what we can see from this one is it's decreasing, okay, that you're walking down for values less than positive 2, and you're increasing for values larger than x is positive 2. Now we need to write that mathematically. So I'm going to recap that notation. Maybe I'll just put it as a statement. So we would say decreasing, and it's decreasing for x is less than 2. All right, for values less than, and we do always say less than or equal to, right, when we're talking about an interval over which it's decreasing. X is decreasing for values less than x is 2. All right, you would be walking downhill for those values. And then we can see it would be increasing, okay, that you would be walking uphill for what x values? For x is larger than 2. Okay? All right, let's move on to this one then. So what we can see, if we start at the leftmost point, we would be walking uphill, which means we would be increasing. So we're increasing until we get to x is minus 2. Then we would be decreasing until we get to x is positive 2. And then we would be increasing again. So we've got two statements to make for increasing. Firstly, you're increasing for values less than negative 2, okay? For x is less than negative 2, you're increasing. That's the first statement. And for values larger than positive 2, for everything greater than positive 2, you would also be increasing. You would be walking uphill. Okay? And then where is it decreasing? It's decreasing between minus 2 and positive 2. Okay, it's decreasing over this interval. So how do we write that in interval notation? Well, we say minus 2 is the lower boundary. All right, positive 2 is the upper boundary. And then we put in these, remember this, from when we're talking about domain and range. The x value for which it is decreasing occurs between minus 2 and positive 2. All right? So I think probably the hardest part about this, like you can look at it and see where you're walking uphill, where you're walking downhill. The hardest part is going to be identifying the notation and using the notation correctly. So look, I'm going to stop there because I think maybe some people are very comfortable with it. Some people might need a little bit of help with it. Just question 1. Okay, you're looking at question 1, and the idea is to answer when is it increasing, when is it decreasing. So if we look at question 1a, all right, maybe I'll start with question 1a for you. If you were to walk along question 1a, you would see you're going to be increasing for the whole time, right? Except that it starts at x is 0, so it doesn't exist before then. So it's increasing for x is greater than or equal to 0. What do you reckon? Do you want to have a bit of a go at the Ronald, or do you want me to keep going up here, or Tyler? What are your thoughts? Have a go? Yeah, excellent. Kevin, happy with that? Yeah. All right, so I'll stop there. Let's have a go. And look, I'm floating around. I can put some answers up and I can help you if you're finding it a bit challenging.